All right, Brady, let's take a look at your essay. So I want to start out with this stuff right here. I think this is a great way to connect it to the modern world, and all the stuff in the middle is really, really good for your introduction. What I think is missing, not necessarily missing, but what could be tweaked on, is your hook and your thesis. Actually, let's stop this here. This is all really good. It's just kind of lacking a specific thesis and could use a better hook. So the thesis is quick and easy to talk about. Your thesis needs to specifically say what the claim is that you're taking, and I understand it's going to be. My assumption is that it's going to be about media spreading mass hysteria. So just a quick sentence of, um, in relation to mass hysteria, media is more potent in creating it as opposed to human nature. That would be fine. The hook is a little bit trickier. And I'm hoping as I talk about this, I have a better way to improve it, but we'll see. What would your first reaction to hearing, or sorry, what would be your first reaction to hearing news about Russia interfering with the presidential election? Some of the problems with this is one, well, let me stop here. This kind of question could work if it was not 2018. We are already almost 2 whole years into Trump's presidency. I can tell you what my first reaction was about hearing the news when they first started talking about Russia's interference with the presidential election. I don't think it's uncommon for people to hear about um, Russia's supposed involvement, whatever the perspective may be, and I'm just using that to be as non-biased as possible. Um, Totally forgotten how I was just phrasing that. But I think there's enough people that understand that they already have an answer to this. So you want something that's a little bit more thought provoking. So having some kind of different, like, a question is okay. It just doesn't work with what you have here. Um, hmm. Maybe even having something about how Twitter. I mean, I know Twitter's blocked a bunch of people. I know you could definitely go with something about the mass communication between Russia and the United States, because regardless of what people believe, um, there is a mass communication that's going around the world. So I don't know. I don't have the best answer for you, and as I'm talking this out, I don't have it right away. And that's why I always say write your introductions if you can at the end, because that's where it'll make more sense. So if I could think of something, I will return to this, but not right now. Right here, into your body paragraph now, because overall your introduction is pretty good. You've got some good things. You're just kind of missing your thesis, and you need a stronger hook. Okay, so I'm gonna write that on your rubric. But anyways, regardless, next body paragraph. Good topic sentence about how newspapers spread mass hysteria like wildfire. You explain it and how people have access to this, and I think this is a key thing there. So you have some analysis here in terms of that. Um, these stories can vary from a couple getting married to, and you don't need this in quotation marks, and you don't really need the years either. To the Salem witch trials were around blah 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 blah. Salem witch trials was a big mass hysteria. I don't think this phrase quite works. Maybe a big example of mass hysteria would be better. And then right here, I'm not dinging anyone on this, but a better way to introduce text would be Arthur Miller's play The Crucible instead of a book called The Crucible by Arthur Miller, written about it. Accessibility of newspaper makes this type of media capable of spreading mass hysteria. So this is good. I think you just need some more analysis with specific examples, because I'm not sure. Hold on. Okay, so I had to pause the recording and go look at this. So the problem with the newspapers is it didn't, in North America, we didn't quite have it till the 1700s, because we did have one that was published in either 1690 or 1691, but it was suppressed by the government because, well, for a lot of reasons. But the point being is, you need some specific examples here. I think this is a great way to end the paragraph. I think this is a great way to start it. And you have some good things in here. Your examples just need to be more clear and more detailed and more specific. And that's the key thing. As specific as you can make it, the better, because you have some good analytical stuff in here and no major grammar concerns I'm seeing, so be aware of that. So let's move into your next body paragraph. Rapidly accelerating amount of technology, people look at the phones, good, and then how you end it, this mystery illness can quickly become mass hysteria because of technology. So the way that you have all of this coming together is really, really good. Your topic sentence is strong, your ending sentence is strong. So yeah, that's good. And then you talk about people using the internet and social media. Friend could have overheard, blah, blah, blah. Mystery illness that's sweeping over the schools. So the thing here that maybe I'm giving you some more leeway on than I have some other people, and I want you to be aware of that, I think I'm giving you some leeway, is you don't have the specific examples, but you have good analysis. But the difference between yours and some others I've seen is you're hinting at some things that are in the articles. You're just not explicitly stating what they are. So, that is why I'm giving you leeway, because I know what the examples are, but I still have to ding you a little bit for not using these specific examples, but I'm not doing it as much because I know what you can reference there, and you at least have the writing that is in a really good style right now, so be aware of that. And then as we move to your last body paragraph, this is where you bring up the opposition, and with the things I've said before, and you talk about this a little bit, although without the media, human nature cannot prompt the spread of mass hysteria. And I think that's good because you're really focusing on the spread of it. But right here, if I'm looking at the opposing side, you don't necessarily want a topic sentence that supports the other side. You want to say something along the lines of other people have this perspective, and then go into details about why they're wrong. So with this in particular, you still need your specific examples. Some analysis that's pretty good, but I think you're really going to have to go back through your articles and tweak it out a little bit to put your specific examples in here. And then to conclude, media is more potent in creating mass hysteria. Media such as newspapers, technology, blah, blah, blah. Everyday life in today's society. This is a little bit redundant. Everyday life in today's society. Yeah, that's the same thing. And then this then opens a gateway to allow mass hysteria to happen at any given moment. So Brady, I can see this being a really, really good paper, and I would recommend you do. Where was I going with that? I would recommend you do the rewrite because the writing style is good. There's no major grammar things I saw, but the problem is you don't have specific details, which is kind of not great. So I can really see as soon as you integrate those into the essay, if you want to do the rewrite, your grade will probably go up very, very quickly in terms of this essay. So be cognizant of that, and if you have questions moving forward, I pointed it out as we moved around the paper, but you do need to make sure that you're using specific evidence, and when you get to the opposing paragraph, you need to be like, yep, they're wrong, here's why I'm right. Okay?